Hey guys, what's the good word? This is Life of Piero, I'm Piero. Today we got a really short and sweet video about intermittent fasting and what am I gonna eat tonight basically. So what is intermittent fasting? As many of you know, fasting is a practice of letting your body purify, letting your body rest, letting your body be without having to look for external stimuli from food, from energy from food. So I'm gonna bring out the way from how I see fasting and specifically intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is the idea of fasting throughout your day. Of course, breaking the fast eventually, just not eating for many hours during the day. So why should one do intermittent fasting? Well, I'm gonna tell you my perspective and then the scientific perspective, which I heard about in a podcast from a doctor the other day. But don't take it with a grain of salt. I haven't seen studies. It's just what I heard. So I do it because I see so many people waking up and the first thing they do is go and hunt for food. Like, they're feeling so drowsy, they're feeling so, they have such a lack of energy, which they need to find external sources of energy to get back in tune with reality. They're just too lost, they're just too tired, they can't deal with that. And I really don't like that. I feel like seriously, not just in words, but the energy comes from within. You can survive without food for much more time than what we think about. I've seen videos, I've heard experiences of people doing water fasts for 1 month, man. So if you really put your intention and your mind to it, you don't have to eat as often as we believe we have. Like, who even came up with the idea of having 3 meals a day, of having a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner? This is just this is just a cultural conditioning. It's nothing other than that. I feel like you should follow your body and listen to and eat when you're hungry, basically, not just when you have an urge. When you have an urge, maybe just stop, breathe for a minute, and observe what the urge is. If you're just eating for stimulating yourself or because you're truly hungry. Because I believe that most people eat to stimulate themselves because they're bored, because they're unhappy, and they're looking for like a drug, something that's gonna make things better. Instead, food should be something that gives you back, that gives you back something, that gives you energy, that gives you something that you need. So that's how I see it. I see it that I don't want to look for energy outside of myself. I don't want to look for stimulation. I don't want. The first thing I do in the morning is maybe go to the bathroom, take some water, meditate. This is my routine. We skip that. This is my routine. But the thing is that intermittent fasting is really interesting because it makes you flexible, man. Like anything that I'm talking about, it's about the long-term gratification. It's about longevity. It's about feeling good. It's not about satisfying that urge right here, right now. It's about feeling good in the bigger picture, looking at the bigger picture. While eating so much, like, we're a society which stimulates himself with eating. Like, I see people around, they're just like using their phone at the time of lunch and just eating. They're not even enjoying their meal. So fasting even makes you enjoy your meal more. And now, going to the scientific perspective of all of this, what I heard from this podcast from this doctor, it looks like, like when you go to sleep, you're giving your body rest, and and a lot of internal processes are going on. Sleeping is a very active process, actually. For example, memory is consolidating. A lot of stuff is happening under the board. In the same way, this doctor was saying, and I'm gonna leave his name and put the podcast, the Ritual podcast, I'm gonna link it down below so you can check it out, was saying that basically fasting, intermittent fasting, permits a bunch of stuff to happen under the board. For example, and this is incredible if it's true, it permits stem cells to be sent to damaged areas into your body and to fix cells which are sick, which are diseased, basically. And this would prevent so much diseases, man. It would prevent cancer. It would prevent cancer. Like, it's incredible if it's true. But I do it for the feeling. I do it because I feel good. I don't do it because some scientists tell me something. I seriously feel good about having 2, sometimes 1, like I'm gonna share with you what I ate today, but most of the time 2 meals, maybe I'm gonna skip breakfast for sure. I don't like to eat in the morning, but I could, like, if I read, it's so controversial because I have always been taught that not eating in the morning, not having breakfast is an unhealthy thing. And I've always, back when I was young, I never ate in the morning, and then I started to eat because people were telling me it's unhealthy, eat in the morning. And I could eat in the morning. I could eat like 10 bananas in the morning if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I just want to, go on with the reserves of energy that I have. So this is intermittent fasting for Piero and some insights I got from a podcast. And today I broke my fast at 12:31 because somebody offered me a sugarcane juice. So it was pretty late. I didn't feel the urge to drink it. Like, if I had a bottle, I would have put in it. But he offered it to me, and when somebody offers you something, I like to accept it. So I had like 0.2 liters of sugarcane juice at 12:30, which is a liquid, so not even difficult to digest. Just sugar getting straight into the bloodstream, and then I didn't eat until, and then I had a coconut, both the water and the meat inside at 5. So that's when I officially broke my fast. Like, that's when I ate something solid. And no, I'm lying. I had 500 milliliters of sugarcane juice at 3, and then I had the coconut at 5. And now I'm breaking my fast officially with a huge cooked dinner, whole food, plant-based. We have black rice, so whole grain. I stopped eating white rice because of the whole arsenic thing in the rice, and because it's a processed wheat. It's not as it's found in nature. So and this comes from a scientific study that I have seen with my eyes. White rice is linked with an increase in diabetes, guys. Like, it's probably not as healthy as we think. So, like, it's okay to eat it once in a while, but if you can avoid it and substitute with a whole grain, do it. We have a bunch of veggies, like potatoes, zucchini, pepperoni. We say pepperoni in Italian, and red pepper, mushrooms, like 2 types of mushrooms, and lotus flower, lotus root, something like that. It's really good. And then beans. I'm finally back on beans. I cook these beans with tomato sauce and onions, and I'm gonna enjoy my meal mindfully and really savoring it, because I didn't basically have nothing the whole day, and I'm really not restricting myself. It's just I don't need it. I feel good. I feel really energized without. I feel much better when I don't eat than when I eat. When I eat, there's stuff going on into my body. There's processes going on which is distracting me from being here, basically. And I'm just trying this out. It's making me feel good, so I'm continuing to do it. I want to keep this pretty short. So this is the Life of Piero. This is intermittent fasting. This is my meal. Bless you. Bless you.